Welcome to Kill Team Casuals, a podcast all about Kill Team filmed in 3 different time zones by 3 different gents. In today's episode, we speculate wildly on the new Kill Team release and finally clear up just which Space Marine chapter is actually the best. Enjoy.
Well, there we go. It's always such a smooth entrance into the pod. We've never been talking pre-show. We definitely weren't making jokes about a pre-show and the fact that you could maybe still get pregnant from a bit of pre-show.
Yep.
Good job!
And it was smooth
You talked
like
over
that.
it again. We heard
my
nothing
God,
but your
every
voice.
every time. And I got it all over my shoulder as well that you can't see. That
Okay,
wasn't smooth.
pre-show?
for those listening, that's not pre-show on Russ's shoulder. He opened his Bundaberg next to the microphone.
The show is very much over. That was the show. It's all over my arm, and now it smells like PVA glue.
Well, Merry Christmas to all of us.
I'm starting off real family friendly today, aren't we, boys?
What an auspicious
Technically,
start.
yes. Technically, it is family friendly, but
Just not that.
a little bit innuendo, never hurt anybody.
Family building.
Yeah.
I love it. Guys, thank you for doing a bit of those may or may not know. Those are there live. There was a pre-show because I was still asleep. How good is 3 time zones?
Lazy.
No, lazy bones. But we're not going to muck around anymore. We've got a show to get to. We've got some pretty cool stuff to
We're
talk
not
about
mucking around.
as well. No more mucking around, fellas. So I'm going to throw to the man to my right. It's the one and only, the artist formerly known as Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop. Whoa-hey.
Tis I. What's up? I should have thought of
tis he.
this many moons ago. I don't have to clean the garage if I just put up a picture behind me. I will do this now and forever. Passing it off over to wherever he is, Russ, the man from GFN Gaming. How are you, sir?
Hello, how's it going? Thanks for having me on the show. Big time listener. Yeah, thanks very much. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for the intro. I'm going to throw this intro right back to Rhys and Threes to Wound.
It's me, Captain Snooze himself. I'm here. I'm awake. And we've got some pretty cool stuff to talk to. But first, we haven't actually done this for a little while. I actually just want to know what you guys have been working on. Ben, is your background possibly linked to the things you've been working on the hobby table at the moment? Not the bathroom background, the picture you have this week of some Red Corsairs.
Actually, no relation. No, I have been working on Necromunda. We've got with the new book coming out in a little while. I've always sort of fancied Necromunda for a little while. By the way, I thought of a segment. I don't know how it would work, but I just thought of a name. But Bunda with Munda, and we would talk Necromunda and somehow Bundaberg in there.
I got it now.
I was
don't know
thinking
how they relate, but
maybe necrophiliacs could also be another segment we could do as well.
Gosh,
No?
get your head out of the gutter.
Oh, okay.
my
Well,
gosh. This is a family-friendly show. Come on.
Wow.
Bunda with Bunda. I think Bunda is butt in like other is like don't you Brits call butts Bundas?
Apparently, yes. Not me personally.
with
I just call them butts. But
That's
they do call them bundas here. The bunda, quote unquote.
the Bunda.
Yeah.
So I've been working on some Necromunda. I have Corpse Grinder cults basically fully built up. And that's what I've heard. Beautiful. So here's what I have heard. So you know what 2 teams, what do I want out of Necromunda? Like, what is the most Chaos Space Marine-y thing I can do? Corpse Grinder cults, big old chain axes just running at you. That feels good. And then if I want to scratch a different itch and just maybe have a bunch of little losers running around in rags like malnourished, just shooting autoguns, I'll do House Cawdor. And what do I find out? The Munda Kings in my area have told me those are the 2 most feels bad teams in the game right now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, like they feel bad to play against. So
nice.
Well, look, this also doesn't surprise me with the amount of cheese that's been sneaking into this channel recently. The amount of absolute jank.
I had no
play.
clue. I had zero clue.
Sure.
Listen, I am going into Necromunda completely blind, boys. I don't know what's what. Like I know nothing, and it's gonna be fun. I hope. Roll some dice. So that's what I've been working on recently. How about you, gentlemen?
Nice. Rhys,
Russ.
what have you been
Oh,
working
okay,
on,
all right. I'll stop it. All right. I've been working on. I finally got around to. I just was in the mood to put some models together the other day, especially some push fit models. So I got around and started doing the Leviathan box set. Just started getting everything together. Because I started to play a little bit more big boy 40k. I've been playing Gene Stealer Cults predominantly. Speaking of feels bad teams.
Cheese Lord. Talking about cheese lords, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Who's this guy? I don't know where he is. Hold on, let me pull this.
I think that's right. No, other way.
Yeah, you're right, Ben. The Cheese Lord himself. So I thought, well, I better play some Space Marines to even it out. And also from the Kill Team world, we started our next sort of round robin campaign amongst my group of friends.
Nice.
And the rule was we were actually doing points penalties for not having your team painted.
Oh no! Yeah.
So
that's kind of cruel.
Yes. No, we were using it as a very polite way to encourage us to all paint our models. So I didn't quite get it done. So luckily I still won. Spoilers. Yes.
With Gene Stealer Cults, you dirtbag.
No. This is my blooded team now. This is actual Kill Team.
Oh, okay.
The game we're meant to talk about.
We're back in the Kill Team. Okay.
You were still trying to work out how to point at me at the time.
I'm trying to figure out where you were. I found it. It took me a minute, but I found it. You're this way.
So the blooded, they're nearly done. The last character on the paint stick is my ogre.
Ooh. Very good.
Proxy. Obviously he's taking a lot more paint than the other little guys, but everyone else is done. He's the last thing on the table. Russ,
nice.
Over to you, my friend.
Pardon me. I guess I've been painting. I'm going to show you the one model that you'll probably be able to see because he's mahusive. I've been finishing off a goblin army. Goblin army sounds like
no goblin.
It's a moon. No, that's no moon. It's a power station, battle station. Anyway, it's it's a goblin army. We're sweet. So I got my army that's one army to rule them all style. So I'm going to play Kings of War, a new Age of Old World when it comes out. 1-page rules, Age of Fantasy, and 6th edition. I had a 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy game with them recently, and the giant only has 6 wounds. Which kind of, so the giant's obviously not that big in real life.
He's very fragile.
In Warhammer Fantasy, the actual giant's about the size of his leg.
So the metal one, the skinny metal one.
Yeah, there's the metal one.
Yeah, he's not that big. Yeah,
he's quite
small.
From
the shop not too long ago.
Yeah, so he looks like a very impressive boy, but he's only 6 wounds in Warhammer Fantasy. But he's going to be a lot stronger in Kings of War and 1-page rules. So
just a bit of a sook. He's like, when it gets to the bit, I'm going home.
I was going to say, like, he got shot with a couple of cannons and was okay, and then died to a volley of pistoliers, I believe. And it was a bit like,
bummer.
Yeah, he basically walked forward.
Oof. Sorry, you finished. Sorry. I was just going to cut you off like a jerk. Continue.
Cut me off.
What do you guys think of it? What do you guys, well, if you insist, what do you guys think of the new human models for, what's the game we're talking about?
Age of Sigmar?
Fantasy.
Warcry. I think they're very rude, Ben. I think they're very rude.
Think they're very rude?
Yeah, I think they're very rude.
They
interrupting people. You know, no, but they look great. The Warcry models with the dogs basically look like Necromunda Mordheim models, don't they? A Mordheim warband. They look real cool. I like them. Yeah, big fan.
Yeah,
I also like.
Have you seen them? For me, they're the coolest looking ones.
Yeah, I like them, and the Age of Sigmar, the new cities of Sigmar humans as well. I guess that are now phasing out the Empire models so they can actually sell them for Oldhammer as well. I don't mind this. They're some of the first. Like, I like a lot of the models in Age of Sigmar, but I don't think I'd ever actually play it. And now I've seen them, I'm like, ooh, they're kind of cool. I don't mind them. They're the closest I've ever been to being like, that might be the team, hypothetically, that I would play.
Reels back in.
I was like, because I don't have enough going on.
No.
As it is.
There's a little bit of space there next to the fourth
just-
Bane blade. And I think you can weasel in an Empire army. Just about.
Now, just to circle back to humans that are then turned into transhumans, we woke up, or for some of you, it was happened while you were wide awake. Depends on your time zone. Space Marines. Some of them are being led off into the sunset to retire. We've seen on Warhammer Community a big article of a lot of sad units being told.
Why even make the rules for these models? Like, guys, you don't know how many people have bought, because I know, because I pack up the boxes.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people have bought scouts with sniper rifles over the past 2 months?
Oh, really?
A lot, a crap ton, because they're good.
Yeah.
And now they're just out of the game. I have bad energy today. I'm cutting everybody off. I'm sorry, gentlemen. But you know how bad that feels? It feels bad. It
Watch
feels
out,
real
chat.
bad.
Ben's coming for you in the
time.
chat. Anyone who's chatting, be careful, because Ben's about to interrupt you anyway.
I'm going to shut up. I'm sorry, everybody.
I love your enthusiasm, if I'm being honest.
Good, man. I love the energy. Love the energy you're bringing. I didn't realize. I found out from you. You were like, no more model. I still haven't watched read the Warhammer Community ad. I just thought you were ahead of the curve. I thought you were throwing us something that you'd found out. I didn't realize you'd read it in a community ad. So my respect for you has dipped quite a bit now. I was like, oh wow, I've got a mate on the inside. Ben's got the scoop. Turns out he's just watching the goddamn website from the company.
When they come out, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they come out. What you see, like 20 seconds ahead of me checking the website. Ben's got the scoop. It doesn't really, honestly,
Not as cool.
Not as cool anymore, mate.
Man on the inside is way cooler.
This is me. Yeah, this is me live realizing that Ben Deep Throat is not quite deep. It's not quite Deep Throat anymore, is it, Ben? It's
not quite as deep.
Shallow throat at best. Shallow throat at best.
Ben,
yeah, there we go.
Just the tip, Campbell. That's what it is now, isn't it, mate? Shocking.
Ben, the tip is all there is, Campbell.
There is no more than the tip. Campbell.
So
Benjamin, that's it, Campbell. Anyways, back to scouts.
Yes, I think.
And is it in Campbell? Question mark. That tickles Campbell. That's what he is.
So you did tickle the tip there with your last statement, though, Ben. Scouts is obviously the big takeaway from that article. I'm just getting us back on track, boys. Let's go.
Please do.
Drag us back onto that track. The scouts, they are being officially retired. The sniper scouts, the other scouts, the scout bikers. Obviously, we're all huge fans of the scout bikes. Big part of the game.
There were scout bikes.
There were scout bikes.
Yeah, I remember the scout. Oh no, does that mean
I do like them?
Does that mean the speeder's gone? They had the best.
Yes.
The Venga bus is gone.
Yes,
no.
it's gone. It's out of the game.
No.
It's in Legends, which is basically death.
Yeah.
Like, I here's why I'm salty. I bought a Leviathan Dreadnought and a Contemptor Dreadnought. Like a month before that, I was like, oh man, these guys are so cool. Like, it's going to be so awesome. Both, boom, axed, out of the game. Sucks real bad. Now Scout with sniper rifles, all these awesome assault pack Marines. This is a feels bad moment for so many people, but there is a silver lining, and there might be a hope on the horizon for a few things. And what do we think this means, guys? If Scouts are out, what in the past, what has this meant? What do we think?
The slightly
gone bust.
Bigger scouts are on the way. Slightly
The
upscale.
scouts have now passed the Rubicon.
Yes.
Primaris, the Rubicon Primaris.
That they can now
doesn't make a
ride
lot of sense.
the roller coaster because they've officially
They're now this tall.
they're this tall. They've made it.
To be fair though, some of those scout models, like, it was weird because the metal scout models looked amazing, and then they went to plastic and they kind of looked like potato heads. And then here we are again. Hopefully,
And we've had the Black Templar Scouts, which look pretty good.
I really like them.
Yeah.
Yes, they were very cool.
People
they
don't
were
like
good.
the haircuts. I do like the hair.
The
Yeah,
bowl
little
cut
bit.
for the win.
I'm pro bowl cut. Yes.
Yeah.
So this means that we've been hearing rumors and putting the pieces together that Space Marine Scouts are the next Kill Team box. And this is just one more thing that kind of adds to the weight of that rumor. What do you guys think?
this is that Columbo moment when he turns around and goes, one more thing, Scouts are off the website. I think it's true. I think it's valid. I think, you know what? Has anyone checked? Can you still get the Striking Scorpions on the website?
Oh.
Can we do this live?
I'm doing it live.
Well, do it live.
I'm pretty sure you can.
It's such an anticlimactic. Like, yeah, you can. It's like, well,
I'm pretty sure
damn.
they're on the shelf at Warp Fire. So.
Oh well, la-di-da. Okay.
Are these the resin ones? You got like the white box.
Yes.
With the rear.
Yeah, they're still web store only. But
yep, that you can get them.
Web store product.
It is confirmed. 82 Australian dollar dues.
Oh my god, this is horrendous. 82 Australian dollars.
I better believe it.
Man alive. How much does milk cost in Australia?
$83 dues. So some weeks
it's import from Nottingham.
It's a tough choice some weeks. It's like milk or striking scorpions. I don't know. My kids can't drink striking scorpions, guys. Okay.
I mean, they can, but they're not going to make it to the next birthday with that resin. But,
no.
Yeah, that seems so expensive. But I'm sure it's relative. It's relative, I'm guessing.
Oh,
right?
The import costs are quite high over here. It's because obviously it comes over by old, junk sailboats. Obviously. Yeah.
FEMA trainer. Yeah.
Or Ben's cousin on the paddle boat over from
He's
America.
still on his way.
Yeah.
As far as I know,
As
far as I know, he's delivering papers to say I'm being sued for something long ago, so I don't mind him taking his time.
We're getting seventh. He's bringing 7th edition to us as well over here. I'm really excited for it.
Looking forward to that.
I would say the one thing for me, and I mean, I think we spoke about this the other week. Like, I got the cards for the index cards for all the things. The only thing I would say is I'm not that upset with the Space Marine units being culled a little, because they have so many. Like, them compared to, and this might get me some hate because I play Space Marines, but they do have...
That probably will get you some hate.
Yeah, they do have 14 times more units than anybody else, and they definitely have not even just one unit to do everything. They've got 2 or 3 units to cover every battlefield role. They're never in short supply.
Do you know what's crazy? In all the novels I've read, a Space Marine can pretty much adapt and do everything. A Space Marine with a bolter and a combat knife is pretty decent at everything. I've never seen it being like, oh, we're against these guys. Bring in the Exterminatus Temporitalis Temptaris squad of Space Marines. No, you just get some dudes with bolt guns and they just go nuts. And it's like,
you got a tank?
I know
no
the
problem.
idea. Just spend the Space Marines. He's got a grenade. He can do anything he wants. You stab it, punch it, anything. But yeah, it seems like they're on their own. They're good enough. And yeah, they get the most support ever. And I get it's because they got their whole weight of the Empire behind them. So it kind of thematically, it makes sense that they would get these new units, but it's just sort of like I hardly ever see that represented in the lore. It's just a squad with bolt pistols, and maybe they've got a heavy bolter with them.
Yeah, or a chainsaw.
I was gonna say, like, people have like a special weapon guy in a squad, and like that's it.
Some would go as far to say almost a tactical squad of characters. It was nearly always what it is. Yeah.
It's a 2nd edition tactical squad where you got the leader with a chainsword and the banner pole. You got a chaplain that's been added to the group always because they're the coolest. They're the coolest, obviously. Everyone loves a chaplain, and if you don't, I think that says something about you. You know what I mean? I think deep questions need to be asked. He's got a skull mask, he's got a beaty stick, and he shouts stuff. I mean, what's not to love? You know what? Do Space Wolves have chaplains? I'm asking.
No,
they have rune priests.
Wolf priests.
Wolf priests.
Didn't they go through a change? Wasn't it rune priests and then wolf priests and then rune priests or something?
Yeah, wasn't there something that they were combining them or something?
That's all I know. Worst chapter.
Worst
loyalist founding chapter by far.
Oh, speaking of
by far.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that they suck.
What is this? Whoa! Hey now! Hey, everyone, just relax.
Violence. Ben has chosen violence. Wow.
Is this law? Please don't say. Are you basing it on the fact that they're all wolf mad instead of just Vikings? Because they should just be Vikings.
No,
they're actually wolfies.
It's just
what is it?
A little bit of everything. There's a little bit of everything, right? Number one, they're just big dum dums, right? They just do what they're told. like dogs. They don't question anything. They don't question anything. They do what they're told.
They're the Emperor's attack dogs. Yeah, okay.
Yes, and then we have, of course, we have the when they sacked Prospero, which however you like to say it.
Big dick move.
Yeah, real bad move.
Didn't like
now,
it.
Is that their fault? They were manipulated, but it is their fault at the end of the day. They didn't even question.
You know what? Would a better legion have been able to be manipulated? Exactly. I mean,
what?
Russ was manipulated. If he'd been a stronger-willed Primarch, maybe they wouldn't have been manipulated. Sanguinius, would the Blood Angels have done that?
Ooh, no. Blood Angels are way better. I agree. Like, I'm not fighting with you.
I'm not saying I agree. I love the Space Wolves, but carry on. I'm just hearing you out. Carry on. You
also, it gets pretty old, right? Their aesthetic gets pretty old. Like the whole furry thing, bunch of space furries, like get a little old. Worst Primarch, maybe one of the worst Primarchs.
What?
Just all of a sudden, just picks up and leaves his legion. And it's like, all right, Bjorny boy, like everybody you know and love, we're going off to do something in nowhere land.
All the named characters get in the Rhino. We're out of here.
I mean,
but we're all going, and you hold down the fort, Bjorn. Thanks so much.
Don't they all kind of do that at some point? I feel like that's the main Primarch. Doesn't but like Cause disappears.
Maybe the Khan does. Maybe the Khan disappears.
I mean,
but like everybody else killed.
Vulcan just goes during the heresy. He's just like, I'm gonna nip in the warp.
Yeah,
and I'm doing stuff. I'm just gonna disappear.
Killed, right?
But he can't.
They're waiting for him to come back.
Yeah, but he always comes back.
They're waiting for him to come back.
Yeah.
You have the Khan who did leave to go chase space demons or whatever, but the Khan is much cooler, so he gets a pass.
Khan is way cooler.
Wow,
Khan is infinitely cooler. Anyways, I'm very, very anti-Space Wolf. They're my least favorite.
A true story was my dad actually did something very similar. He left and just said he'll be back when it's the wolf time, and he's just never come back. So I'm still waiting for the wolf time. I'm not sure what that means. So I understand. I empathize with the Space Wolves. I'm like,
it's coming.
Come on, wolf time. You know, I'm checking Warhammer community articles, just like, ooh, is it coming? You know.
The time of the wolf, and he's obviously just going to show up and go, here's the new Russ Primarch model.
Yeah.
It's wolf time.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
And Rhys, your dad's back. It's great. I'm really excited.
Yeah. I would be surprised, but I can see Warhammer community putting out that article. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rhys,
some days we're so desperate.
We found your dad, and it's just
so specific.
They don't even use your surname. They just say Rhys.
Yeah.
We found him for you.
We found him.
Wolf time.
We found
Put
him.
on a cuppa.
I would say the 40k Space Wolves are definitely lamer than the 30k Space Wolves. I feel like the Heresy era Space Wolves in the books and novels I liked a lot more than the new ones. The new ones definitely are leaning into the cartoon a bit more. If I was to agree with you, Ben, that's how I would split it.
You know what? I mainly agree with you. The Vilka Fenrica, or however you say it. But you know what I don't like? I don't like the little gimp masks.
Oh,
I'm not a fan.
I was about to say the bondage masks.
Yeah, they've got those they have to talc up before that. So there's like Space Marine talc that they have to pat down and then be like, now let's. Oh, that's sweaty. That's gonna get bad.
Yeah. Imagine on a hot day, like a couch,
I mean,
ooh,
damn, that stuff's gonna kick up a steam. It's gonna smell bad, and why not wear a helmet? You're gonna get shot.
And the wolf helmets.
You know what?
The furry helmets.
You know what? Now you're talking about this. Some of the stuff they do in individual Space Wolves I really like, but I don't tend to like it when it's talking about the Legion. Maybe I feel like
suck.
They just kind of hang around.
Have to say about this? I know I've derailed us horribly. What does Chat have to say?
My favorite thing that Chat said was when we were talking about my dad disappearing was Deep Fatty said, "Dad, aka twos to wound." Very good. Well played, Deep Fatty. Well played.
Well played.
Oh, jeez. I think no one's attacking
furry
you.
Gimps.
No one is attacking you.
Well, if they're the worst, which is the best Legion? by the same standard, what's the best legion?
Ooh.
So founding legion, of course, right?
Yeah.
Founding.
Yeah. We're gonna go
Loyalist
founding legion. What's the best? You know what? When I assume you're including, when you said Space Marine were the worst legion, you include Chaos Legions, right? Because I think most of the Chaos Legions are pretty cool, so they generally go above. So go all. Go all.
Yeah.
What is the best chapter?
Oof, the best.
People are saying
chapter.
fists. We've got Papa Kraken, obviously loving his Imperial fist.
Okay,
and you know
don't
what?
Papa Kraken, good man.
Listen, Papa Kraken.
Hey.
Papa Kraken. I love Papa Kraken. You know who I don't love? Dorn.
Oh.
A walking, human, breathing crew cut.
You know what? Do you know what? Listen, he's such a guile, isn't he? From
He's
Street Fighter.
fully guile,
you know
definitely.
when you're listening to the books, I get quite annoyed that he's called Dawn because he's like Dawn watches the sun rise, and then Dawn's looking at the dawn of a new. Fuck! It's just terrible. It's just like, what is going on?
Dawn.
Dorn would never curse. Dorn would never curse.
Double Dawn.
No, he would never ever curse.
I find that annoying. It's come up in the most recent book I've been reading where they talk about the Dawn and Dawn quite a bit, and it's just like
Dawn of Dorn.
get a grip, people. Get a grip. But yeah, Ben, what's the best chapter? Founding
The best chapter.
Don't say
So I'm
Alpha
gonna go-
Legion.
No.
Don't say Alpha
Also,
Legion.
Alpha Legion is one step higher than Space Wolves in my book.
Ooh.
Wow, I did
They're
not
the
expect that.
lamest of the Chaos Legions. Of all the Chaos Legions, they're the lamest. Yes, they are. Best founding legion, Word Bearers. At
What?
least best Chaos
Yes.
Legion, Word Bearers.
What?
Yes, I am with you. I am
Yeah.
with you.
And then best
Brother.
best
Yes.
Loyalist Legion. Best Loyalist Legion. I'm gonna go. Oof. Blood Angels are high. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Salamanders. Salamanders are the bestest of boys. They're the nicest. They're the best of
The bestest boys.
men. They're the bestest boys. They care about human life. They're very cool.
Losers.
They have red eyes. They have ashy skin because they live on a volcano planet.
That's
They
cool.
They hunt giant and kill giant space lizards. They forge
Very
their own
cool.
weapons.
Cool.
But overall, Word Bears is the coolest.
Correct.
Founding Legion.
I agree.
This
I
blows
agree
my
with
mind that
Word
you're
Bearers.
both book loving word bearers.
I didn't know you would love Word Bearers, but I
Best.
love Word Bearers.
Oh, yeah, I love 'em.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If I wasn't doing Red Corsairs, I'd be doing Word Bears.
Wow.
Mhm.
Do you guys like Lorgar?
He has the
I love
biggest.
Lorgar.
He is. You know what? People hate on Lorgar, and I get why they do because they maybe. When you read through his entire story, he gets such a glow up. Like he's rubbish to begin with, and that's the point. He gets crapped around by everyone,
Yeah.
and then everyone, and then he has this massive psychic awakening, and he does get like absolutely donkey punched by everyone. All of the primarchs beat the crap out of him, and then he comes back and he just absolutely nails everyone. Like the new Emperor's Children dude, the demon that took over Fulgrim. They're having a meeting, and then he's the only one who's like, "This isn't Fulgrim," and he just slaps him across the room, and everyone's like, "What was that blur of absolute coolness?" And it was like, all of a sudden they look around, going, "What the hell just happened?" And Lorgar's got his foot on his throat, and he's like, "This is not our brother." And everyone's like, "Who the hell are you?" And please take me home.
Yeah,
Cool.
where did he
all-
get those
they're like,
shades from? It was you.
Mama. Yeah. And
Yeah, no, Lord,
yeah, and he's just throwing his mace and he's taking out like stormbirds out of the sky while he saves its life because he's getting killed.
Magnus? Was it?
No, the angry boy, Angron.
Oh, Angron. Sorry,
Angry
Angron.
boy.
Sorry.
Angron. Yeah, and he's saving Angron's life as this like it's from a Titan. He like stops a Titan, crushing him to death with a Kine shield that he's just casually throwing up. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he does then get crushed, but he lasts against like 2 stamps of a Titan's foot. And to be fair, Angron then catches it barehanded, just kind of catches it, which is kind of like whatever. But you know what I
But
mean?
he never could have done that if Ingra or if Lorgar
hard.
didn't save him.
Yeah, he
And this is
basically
a
has
great
to
moment in
grab
the
him.
first Heretic. This is a great one in the first Heretic where like he's so angry at what's happening and he goes out to fight. Is it Caven Shrike? Is it the
Yes.
I think and he's like, brother, like we both know I'm gonna win. Like, do you really want to do this? And like, he's like so angry. He's like, oh, I can't take it. Yeah, but he's like, I'm going to win. Like, he's not like this warrior, but he is like this priest who has like the initial like search for truth, and he got done so dirty by the emperor. And like he's like the first to go on this like quest for truth to find out what really is out there.
Corax.
Corax. No, Strike's his
new guy,
his Primus buddy. And then obviously he has to get saved by the Night Horde who comes along and is like, don't worry, I'll take him. You pathetic worm.
He's like, I'll never save you again. It's like the next time I'm gonna let you die.
But that's why I love him. He's the only one that gets absolutely just stumped. Like everyone hates him, even his allies. They think he's worthless. And then he comes out of nowhere and he's walking through the warp and he's just like obliterating the custodies with like a word. He's just like shattering into glass,
if you will.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm glad you like that because I went on Once Upon a Kill Team shout out, and I was like, he's the best Primarch. He's got the best story. Love him. I'm now going to check the chat and see how much hate we're getting.
I think they're just tearing each other apart, so it's fine.
We go.
I love what Diddy Mouse, his comment. It's a quote, Ben. If I wasn't painting red, I would be painting a different red.
He's got you. He's got you covered there, right?
Yeah.
I saw that, Joe. I was trying not to laugh at that.
Nailed me to the wall, brother.
Samoan Matt, yes, exactly. You've seen the original logo and he's still rubbish. Remember this moment before you realize he was an absolute bad man. And if you read on, you're in for a treat.
It's a great redemption arc. It's a fantastic redemption arc.
For a villain. You know what? I love him. He's not even the most important word bearer in the story of the heresy. That's why I love him. Yeah. Erebus, you think of Erebus, so he's not even the most important, and he's the leader of them. He's so rubbish. There's a space marine that people think of. Man. Exactly.
He's the first heretic.
I love it. I love him. He's my favorite.
So,
word bearers.
Who's your loyalist one then, Russ?
Not salamanders. I like salamanders.
He's gonna say sanguinius, like a little baby boy. He's gonna say sanguinius. I
don't know. You know what? I love.
He's not wrong. Sanguinius is awesome.
It's just the easy choice. It's just the easy choice.
I love the Lunar Wolves, but I love the Sons of Horus as the bad guys. I don't know who I'd pick as the actual loyalist. Who my choices? I don't want this to be dead air where I literally think about it. I do love Blood Angels.
You got it, Ben. You got him.
But I don't think
you gotta go.
You know what? I don't think I could say hand on heart they are the best. They are the coolest.
How about you, Rhys?
Yeah. I would say for me, my loyalist.
You go Magnus for heretics. We know that. You go Magnus.
But you like Imperial Fists. You might be with Papa Kraken.
Yeah, no, I am. As in my celestial lines, the sons of the Imperial Fists on the back shelf there.
Yeah.
But my favorite chapter actually is the White Scars with the Khan.
Very cool.
Upon reading the Horus Heresy series, they went from a chapter I never even thought about, never even crossed the brain sphere. They are without it, hands down. They are so cool. And the Khan is a badass. And I love that they're just that outlier chapter that everyone forgets about, and they're just and a bit like his story of trying to work out, is he going to stay loyal? Is he going to turn with the brothers and all that? Because everyone just kind of forgot about him. And he was just so he had to come in and discover and make his own choices and decisions. And I just love the laugh while you're fighting kind of mentality that they have, that their approach to warfare is so cool.
They're kind of like better Space Wolves.
Yes.
They're kind of like sort of the barbarian-esque side of Space Wolves, but they're not lame and they don't suck. Instead, they're awesome. And
because they don't turn into an animal. There's no, they don't turn into a scar. Believe it or not, there's no wear scars in their lore at all.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay, that's quite campy, but yeah. You know how I think it might be for me.
We're back to no worries, Russ. Take it back, mate. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, no, there was a lot of people in the chat saying, "Tell them to shut up." So what I think is,
wow. Oh, they are.
Yeah. Oh, that was getting kind of mean now.
That's a lot.
Do you know how when you said maybe it's not my favorite, when you said the one of the most forgotten, I think the Iron Hands are perhaps the most forgotten legion.
Sure.
Because their Primarch died first, and everyone forgets that. Like everyone's like, "Oh, dead Primarch, Sanguinius." Is like, well, not really.
The Iron Hands.
Ferris dead quick.
They did it before it was cool.
It was Emperor's children, right?
Yeah, Fulgrim.
It was the Emperor's child who killed him, right?
Fulgrim chopped his head off.
Fulgrim's demon chopped his head off with the sword that they made because they made each other's weapons.
Yeah.
Because apparently they were like
Biffs.
What you call it? Horus wanted them dead because if he had survived, he would be the person who would lead the Imperium's forces better than Dawn would have done. Apparently, because that was in the books, they're saying if he had been if he'd been around to command their forces, he would have been too much for them. Combined with Dawn, they would have been too much because Dawn's got the greatest defense, and Ferrus Manus had one of the best kind of offenses, kind of rivaling Horus's. They were
didn't even know that.
Yeah, apparently that's why it was important that he was taken out if he couldn't be turned by Fulgrim, that they were taken out because Horus didn't want him around. But you don't get to see any of that because obviously he died quick smart.
Yeah,
right?
you only ever get the hearsay and the what could have been about him. Even in the heresy books, that's it. He's only in the first few, and he's just angry a lot. He's just very mad.
Yeah, he's angry, but you kind of feel like they pair off a little bit, and you had obviously Dawn and Perturabo kind of pair off, and it seems like Horus kind of paired off with a bunch of them, but his attack was paired off against Ferrus Manus, as in they were both these real good at siege, but whereas Horus was obviously the spear, the kill the leader. Ferrus Manus was a different technique, but it would have been difficult to go up against, whereas obviously no one cares about Angron. Like, he's good, but no one's worried about Angron. He's
so
just
boring.
angry.
I'm sorry.
Just got
He's
down.
so boring.
I'm with you. I think he's one of my least favorites for sure, because that's his thing.
And he's got the coolest. Yeah, I mean, he's got the World Eaters are such a cool legion. Although, you know what?
Yeah.
In the lore, I am kind of sick of them. Like a little bit now, because I used to love them, and I love them a little bit. And I love the characters.
They're Chaos Space Wolves.
They're just a bit. There's just a bit like
they're way better, but they're Chaos Space Wolves.
There's only so many times you can hear the nails bit deep.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I get it.
Okay, guys, yeah.
Like,
you know who I did like?
Yeah,
a breath of fresh air was Lahaor from the book we just read, because he's got a heavy
Fire
bolter.
Fist.
He's a little bit more rational. Fire Fist, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about his nails that much. You don't even hear about it that much because obviously he's in pain. But I it's getting a bit much. Kargost is getting a little bit much for me. I'm like, all right, mate.
Relax.
I get it. You're angry, and then you're like, oh no, but anger begets fear, and now you're scared, and it's like, gotcha.
Cool.
Fear leads to the dark side.
Exactly.
Yes.
Different empire.
My favorite bad guy legion, until they turned, I didn't like them up, but was Emperor's Children. Like Fulgrim and the Emperor's Children before they fall was really cool, because they were like
I agree.
They nearly died out anyway, and then they were kind of like the foster kids of Horus for a while. And then, like, in Fulgrim, reading his novels, like his standalone novel and that, of him bringing the Legion together and how they were like, I think they were so cool, but I don't like them as the mad noise sex Marines. I agree.
Yeah.
I find that all a bit boring. I'm not into that, guys.
I'm exactly the same.
But
I like.
I really like them in 30K.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. The early fall in 30K. I was still with them. Eidolon with the throat stuff, and I was like, okay. Fabulous Bill is a great character.
Yes.
And that's why they've got a couple of good characters they build around. Whereas I feel like World Eaters have got Han.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's it. Because as soon as Angron goes a bit too angry, there's only so much like, he's angry. He's really angry.
Now he's angry.
Oh, he's angry. You know what?
So angry.
He just went from 10 to 11.
Oh,
he's
geez.
very angry. It's like, oh, Christ. What's going to happen next? He's going to get angry.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like the Hulk. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of
He
layers.
can only get so
Like,
angry.
There are.
on there.
But it is, you know, you've got to have a real good writer to make you give a crap about why Angron's angry.
I liked in the one thing I liked, speaking of Ferris, was that how a lot of the books go back and explore like the demon / Fulgrim / whatever's happening, like his guilt over killing Ferris. And there's that, if you guys remember, there's that scene where he's like literally like playing chess with like the clone of Ferris. Do you guys remember that?
Yes, I remember that one. Yeah,
and that's like an unreal scene, and they're having this amazing, and that's one of the things that actually did make me like Ferris, because it reveals a lot of their kind of relationship backstory, and then Fulgrim kind of just kills it, and then there's just all these corpses. Like he just keeps to that's so cool. I love it. I love that one that though he was already ahead of the curve with Fabulous Bill cloning primarchs and all that, but also that he's trying to use it to take away his guilt, and that was what made me like actually both of those primarchs a lot more. I was like, a little bit of depth there, a little bit of character development.
Yeah, they've got something going on with Fulgrim with this whole the picture of Dorian Gray style mirror he's got with his whole. They have that like the portrait drawn of him that's him, and then it's like he looks at it too long and he's like, "Am I me? Am I the demon?
Who am I?
Oh no, I don't know. Everyone's dead, including my brothers. Let's have noisy sex." And that kind of is his whole vibe. And I kind of dig it. I kind of like it. Yeah, he's good.
Look, to have sex while playing an electric guitar is just fantastic.
Gonna get any
mirrors everywhere. John Mayer in the background, either playing or literally in the background.
Either.
Turning that pineapple clock upside down.
I'd allow it.
Let it roll, brother. Let it roll.
Well, you know what? I think it's really important. I love that we've talked next to no kill team this week, and it's fantastic. I'm here for it. But
gotta catch up, guys.
Yeah,
catch up.
I miss you guys.
It was a catch-up episode.
One thing we didn't get to do the other week, which I think we have to make sure we make time for, Russ, is it that time of the show?
Oh, speaking of John Mayer,
let's
flip the pineapple and play it up inside itself.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
We're back, baby.
Oh, welcome everybody. It's been a while, but welcome to Legions of Russ. It's that time again.
Rusty.
Yeah, we're gonna play.
Russ.
We're gonna play Legions of Russ. Oh, Russ, thank you. TY, Russ T, thanking you. This is a game show of sorts, and I read out a clue, a riddle, a cryptic mind puzzle, dredged forth frothing and naked from the septic tank that is my brain, for you, our contestants, to guess upon. It could be a guard regiment, a legion of space marines, but regardless, it's likely to be obscure, but who knows, it could be your favorite. In this game, contestants, and if you can hear me, that means you, shout out your name as your buzzers, and you can hurl guesses at me. Make sure to shout them loud if you're in the chat, guess along, and we will award you victory points. How, you ask, do I get victory points? First, we have the partial guess. If you can partially guess the correct answer, you get 1 victory point, and you can do this before clues, then you will get a second victory point for your partial guess, and then there is a completion guess. If you make the completion guess, you score 1 victory point as well, and if you've also correctly guessed the partial, and you get the completion guess without clues, you get a snipe for 4 victory points. Kabooyah, it's the big money. If that made sense to you, your names are probably not Ben or Rhys, so let's get over to the guys and see how they're feeling about today's game. Ben, it's been a minute. How are you feeling?
Well,
I should have gone to Rhys.
not
Sorry.
feeling great.
Why is he
honest.
eating Warhammer? Why is he eating models?
Is this a new tactic? Is this
Yeah.
doctor prescribed? Legions of Russ.
I feel like if I can eat the Warhammer, then I'll have it in my body, and I'll
Like a
have it in my
space
brain.
marine absorbing knowledge. I like it. You're just eating.
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
This is like that. That book series, The Mistborn, where he eats metal so he can use it later. You're eating the plastic legion so you can call it forth. I love it.
Yep. But no, not feeling great. It's been a while,
good.
and I'm not feeling great. So, Rhys, how about you, brother?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm starting to think if I need to eat some of my models as well. I didn't realize there was knowledge to be gained. I'm excited.
peckish.
I also feel Russ T. But I'm excited. Look, I'm excited to see the chat. I think they've missed this. I do like them getting involved, and obviously the extra achievement of beating not just Ben but the chat as well. I look forward to the challenge.
Yeah. Well, if you guys close down the chat, and I shall keep the chat open.
No, that's part of my
so
plan.
that I can see. That's why. That's your new tactic. I knew you were talking about. You were like, my plan is to just read the chat and then take credit.
Yeah.
Which is fair. It's a solid plan. Okay, so we've got 2 legions of Russ. You know what? I haven't got their information ready to go because we were talking so much stuff. I didn't.
You've pooped the bed here.
Shit. So I'm gonna get it real quick. You know what? I've got it pretty quickly here already.
Wow. We'll edit this part out. I'm sure this won't.
Wow.
People listening to the pod won't hear this bit, Russ. Don't worry about it.
Amazing.
We'd never do
that. You know what?
I
got that. I got there already. Boom. Okay.
Wow.
So, just because I wanted to check. Okay, so you have either Imperium or Chaos. I will let you pick. There's 2, but I'll let you guys pick which one you want to do first. Imperium or Chaos.
Well,
you know my vote, guys. But how are you feeling, Rhys?
Yeah, look, all this talk of Primarchs, we're talking about Fulgrim. Let's go Chaos. Let's start there.
We're going Chaos. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the chat open so that they can chime in and get it before you guys. But here we go. So it is 3 words technically.
Ooh.
But you probably want to look for 2.
One word is like of or the something.
I'm
right?
not gonna tell you because
partial guess of
Rhys the one of us is getting a point.
It's of the of. No. So yeah, there's a word in between which you don't have to guess, but you don't get completion points for guessing it.
Now
and I'm not going to tell you which one got it right. So here we go.
Ooh, but one of them is right.
One of them is right. You know, I've realized I've actually inadvertently picked the Imperium one. So to hell with you guys, we're going straight with Imperium. So because I can't be bothered to try and re-get us in the other one.
Does that mean
so
does the 3 words thing swap, or is that still the same?
No, that's the one. That's the right one. It is
okay.
So this is a weird one. I wrote this many weeks ago because it feels like it's a couple of weeks since we had one. So I'm not in the same mindset I was here. But as I read it out, I'm sure I'll realize what the hell I was doing.
Sure.
That's maybe something that'll happen. So if you're listening at home or you're on the bus, make sure to guess along with us. Try and think loyalist. I'm not going to tell you if it's a Space Marine chapter, Imperial Guard regiment. You have to figure it out.
We don't know. There's Space
Imperium in general.
It's Imperium. It's Imperium. Yeah, it's Imperium.
Snuck that under the radar.
Yeah. We've now got 3. We've got Xenos, Chaos, or Imperium, and nothing's. You know, it could be a Forge world. It could be anything. Basically, now, here we go. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the chat. No. Okay, so everyone's ready. We're going to go straight into it. Save our nutritious souls. Alternatively, pirates. That's it. I don't know what I was quite thinking, but that's the one. That's the clue. That's all you're going to get. Save our nutritious souls.
Partial guessed. Again, shooting Uzi in here. Corsairs?
No, it's not Corsairs.
No, okay.
They wouldn't be Imperium though either.
Rhys.
I'm still thinking Chaos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you're still feeling it.
Partial. Is the second word Raiders?
It's not. I like it though. It's not.
Okay.
Not. Oh, I like this. We've not had one where no one got it immediately. Ben, go for it.
Ben, Buccaneers.
For some reason I knew that was coming, but no, it's not. It's not Buccaneers.
I do love
it's
it, though.
not-
I wish it was.
Yeah, so-
I've never wanted you to get points, Ben. I think I just
I
did.
know. I would love that. I think we need to make the Buccaneers something. Steel Buccaneers. That would work.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm going to do that one. So
Rhys,
I'll say it again.
Rhys, sorry. The first
Rhys is
two
coming back
words
in
are going to
again.
be sons of.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
No way.
So that's a partial
Oh, no.
guess.
All right.
Oh no,
That's a big-
that's all to play for
yeah.
now.
And now it's sons
that's
of
one.
alternative pirates. Oh. Geez, I wish it was sons of buccaneers.
So you're very correct. So we've got the first one. Did he know it's not that?
No.
But you, Rhys, at the moment, you're the only person with any kind of points.
Okay, hold on.
So save our nutritious souls. So it's save our souls, which is SOS, but nutritious is in there. So you do SONS, sons, and that's how we
we
get
never
sons.
got that in a million years.
Yeah, and then it's of. Sons of is the word you didn't have to get.
And it's just
Loving the guess, Papa Kraken, but it's not,
And so-
unfortunately.
the second word is pirates.
Alternatively, pirates. Alternatively,
Sons of Ben.
pirates.
Ben. Sons of R.
Oh, you're so
Wait, what?
close. You're so
What?
close. Yes, you're very close. It's not that you're missing something. Alternatively, pirates. It's not a word. It's not a real word, but
Ben. Sons of Orer.
yeah.
Oh,
Sons of
yes!
Aura.
It just clicked into my head
Yes.
as you said that.
Alternatively, or
No.
pirates are Aura.
Sons of Aura.
Oh, I was just spamming there, brother. Orer.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Sons of Aura. So they are a
That's
codex
2-2,
chapter.
right? 2-2?
Yeah.
2-2.
Uh,
Or 1-1.
yeah. No. 1-1. 1-1.
1-1, okay.
Because you know what you didn't know. Oh no, yeah. Rhys got it before clues. 2-1.
How'd you give me clues? What
Oh, no, I
clues
didn't.
did you give me?
I didn't give you clues.
No,
What
Russ, I
clues did
think
you
Russ.
give me,
I
sir?
mean, I think you did.
But-
If I can remember
No,
there being
no.
clues for Ben,
But the
I can-
scoring is completion guess gets 1 victory point. But if you snipe it, so you got the partial and the completion, you get 4. So it's 2 for the first without clues and 1. So it's 2-1 to Rhys. Based on
That
the
is
scoring.
dumb.
Yeah,
That's
I
real
don't.
dumb.
I don't
Makes
understand
no
what
sense.
happened, but
He
I
got half,
love
but
that
Rhys
I'm
loves
in
it.
front.
Rhys loves it.
Rhys got a guess before
you-
he got half of it before
What clues?
yeah, what is it called? Clues.
But it
I
helps
got
you.
the other half before clues.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
got
but
a lot
you
of
had-
mouth
Did
feel.
it.
You
Did
got
help
a lot
you?
of.
Not at all.
You got a
But
lot of
you
mouth
had
feel out of
half
Russ.
of the name. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You got half of the name already.
That's
you
all
had
he had.
Sons of.
That's all he got was
He
half the
had
name.
nothing. He had nothing
This
before you got
is
Sons
dumb.
of.
I stand that this
I
is
will
dumb.
tell you what the Sons of Aura are. They're
I didn't
grateful.
want to know.
They're humble, unlike some of us. No, so
notes.
the Sons of Aura are a codex chapter and successor chapter of. Do you guys want to guess? Without looking?
Ultramarines.
Space Wolves, because
Oh,
they suck.
so Rhys knows you know these guys. So
I
the
do.
Ultramarines indeed. But apparently their history has been lost. So what they know is they revere Aura, who is an Ultramarine captain. So they are the sons of, kind of like the sons of Horus, the sons of Aura, except he is this Horus heresy renowned captain who I don't know. So I'm looking forward to him turning up. So they claim him as their sort of patriarch, if you wish, their kind of leader. But yeah, they've got a decent. I quite like their color scheme: red, white pauldrons, an upside down ultramarine symbol. It's quite cool. They got
Okay.
it's a
It used to be a
decent look, and
pineapple,
obviously-
but they had to be a bit more subtle. Originally, it was too.
Some of them have that like the bumpy second pauldron, which kind of looks like a pineapple. So I do love it.
Flip your pauldron upside down.
Oh, yeah. So that is the Sons of Aura. Let's play it up inside itself for the second
Ooh.
riddle.
I could speed run one more. I can do a speed
Let's
run.
do
run
it.
one more.
Play
Let me
us
just
up.
guess it real quick.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
I wish I could have had a way to play that in double time. That would have been
I
hilarious.
didn't know. It was like Ben's like, I've got 5 seconds to do it. Let's play it
So
one more
slow.
time.
So-
So let's go through this next one. It is chaos, and it could be a cult.
Ooh, chaos.
It could be a
Surely I will get
chapter.
this
It could
one.
be anything. It's 2 words. There's no abridging words at all. Let's get into it. So, are you ready? Let's get into it. I know Ben's got a rush. Are you? No. I just want to waste time. So here we go. Here it is. Leads to Russ. Going straight into it. I never know how to start. I'm just going to start saying
All
the
right,
words.
here we go. Going straight in.
Oh,
You guys ready?
can we
All
play
right,
the
one more
intro
time.
one more time? Then I'll be ready.
This one's chaos. You guys ready for this one?
So,
Chaos this time.
yeah. Oh,
Ben,
how's everyone feeling? How's
are
the
you
chat
good?
doing? Yo, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to start saying it. I'm going to stop now. So even, okay, now I start and you guys lose it. Okay, here we go. Pay attention, people. Everyone at home? Love it. Okay, so even Shaq couldn't make this DC superhero film a success. Maybe it's because he has not as bad as Ben Solo's alter ego, though, or a specific family of bird. So even Shaq couldn't make this DC superhero film a success. Maybe it's because he has not as bad as Ben
partial
Solo's alter ego, though.
Partial guess.
Ben's coming in with
I gotta go the partial guess of steel.
for 2 victory points. Taken out to
suck
3.
it feels
3-1.
bad, doesn't it? I get 2 just for that. That feels bad. It's dumb, but now I'm benefiting from it. Continue. Sorry. Back to Humble Ben.
When has it ever been humble, Ben?
It's never been humble, man. But there we are. So that is. So yeah, indeed.
Steel.
Shaq, the DC superheroes film is Steel.
Steel.
Yeah, Steel, which was terrible. Actually, you know what? I've not seen it for a while. I'm sure I liked it at the time, but I was
I bet it
I was
holds
a
up. I
child.
bet it's good.
I was
Yeah,
a
I bet it
kid.
holds
And
up.
thought
To be honest,
everything
my brain went to Shazam. Was that like when he
was
was
he in Shazam?
not the new one? Remember that he was
No,
he was-
obviously not the new
He
one.
was a genie, and it was like, and I swear it was called
yeah.
Shazam,
No way.
and it was a really bad. He was a big genie.
Yes,
and
he
it
did
was-
a few, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, it was Steel. It was Steel. I'm trying to remember the name of the character's name. It's something really terrible.
Or the game Shaq Fu. My brain also went to Shaq
Oh
Fu.
my yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, what was it on Sega or something?
I think it was
Anyway,
Super Nintendo.
a SNES.
Yeah.
Yeah, SNES game. Anyway, so I know Ben's got to hurry. So let's talk about Shaq some
I
more.
feel like I might have this
Did
one, but I need to hear the second
Let's
half.
looking up in
So-
IMDb.
Maybe. Well, no, that's all. The clue's done now. So it's Steel, and then the second word you got to get. Maybe it's because he has not as bad as Ben Solo's alter ego, though, or a specific family of bird. So, even Shaq
Rhys.
couldn't make it.
Steel Brethren.
This will it is the Steel Breath Ren.
Ooh.
And it does indeed
Good one.
tie up the score at 3 victory
Well,
points.
Ben's
Steel
got
Bre-
time.
that's a cool name.
Let's
Steel
do another
Brethren.
one. Ben's got time. He's not in a hurry.
We have to play the logo the song a couple
Yeah,
of times. So the Steel Brethren, they're also known as the Steel Brotherhood, as you might imagine. They're Macho Man Randy Savage favorite thingy. So we're going to read the rest of this as Macho Man Randy Savage. Drawn from the Iron Warriors True Legion, following their I don't actually know. Following their parents' path, they are dedicated to chaos undivided. Yeah. And they've noted to make extensive use of gunship transports and drop pods, brother, for their planetary assaults. Steel Brethren, basically they are, did I mention it? Yeah, the Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
So they're from the Iron Warriors.
You
yeah.
would macho
that's
man
cool.
at the
I dig
time,
that.
but you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think when I started speaking as it, I didn't hear anything I was saying. So that means obviously Perturabo, good old Perty, is their special patriarch. But yeah, the Primarch. But yeah, that's the Steel Brethren. They've got a cool looking logo because most of the Chaos War bands, sadly, they just look exactly the same as the main Chaos Legion because it's war bands within a legion. But these dudes are like full on silver instead of the black and yellow check. They've got like a symbol, which is like 2 interlocked chaos looking cogs on a black background. So it's slightly different, which you don't normally get. So yeah, it's slightly different. So that is Legions of Russ. It's a draw. Let's play it on up outside itself.
Ooh.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
And just because
Yeah,
we're tight on time, let's just play it one more time.
I just read Deep Fatty's guess, which is fatty metal bo sparrows. I'm guessing fatty is his guess, but I read it as fatty metal bo sparrows.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah, metal bo sparrows. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we need.
Good stuff. Well, gentlemen, I have got to bounce out of here. This has been good. I'm glad that we tied on Legions of Russ. I can feel sort of good about the tie. I'm glad I didn't lose.
I'm just glad we got to see humble Ben. Here he is.
Yeah,
he's back. Yeah, man. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to play Legions of Russ. It's all I've ever wanted. I'm just really grateful to be here.
Yeah. Well, that's the show. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, as always, to the chat for being the chat, being chaos incarnate. We love you guys. Thank you for making the time to hang out with us and play Legions of Russ. As always, thank you to the ever time-pressed Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. And also thank you as well to Russ from GFN.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And a big thank you to Rhys from Threes to Wound as well.
I miss you, Dad. Thanks, guys. Thank you to our Patreon as well. I'm out of here to await the wolf time. We'll see you guys next week.
As always, a big figure 4 footlock of love from us to our patrons who keep the singlets warm and the talc on standby. A big thanks to Kill Team Ken, Roscoe88, Justin Kung, Vulture B, Average Joe 27, Kill Team Cascadia, Craig F. Lincoln, George, Alan Chapman, Hillux, Swanky McMofo, Stooge Co, Admiral Rudy, Michael Richards, Gordon Ballantyne, AO Adrian, Storm Owl, Jack Whittingham, Trilly Chatterjee, Vincent Cerruti, Beans, Gaston, aka the Affable Moose, and Matthew Alasana. Goddamn legends, one and all, and you help us keep running the show, so a huge thanks from us to you.